All right, good evening and welcome to the SmithFit weekly session. Today is again a Friday, and just one day after the financial year has begun, and one day before Pune is going under what we are calling as a mini lockdown. So, one of the most interesting phases where COVID has reached very close to our houses, and as Kedarji was saying that it's absolutely going out of hands right now. But we begin with praying for all of us and Smith fitters that we will stay safe, and we will handle it carefully while some of us have already got the first shot, and we are all going to get the second ones and so on. So let's stay safe. Let's make sure that our families and our relatives are also safe in this very very weird times, as we can call it. COVID is growing, but also the mango and the king is coming. So maybe something to look up to, as the April as a month will move ahead. And typically on Akshay Tritiya, as we call it, the third day of the new month as it begins in our Indian calendar, we say that Akshay Tritiya नंतर आपण आंबे खायला सुरुवात करतो. We start eating mangoes after Akshay Tritiya. So we are today bringing in mangoes, and a topic is topic of all of our interest, and in fact initiated by Gandhali, our beloved
Gandhali.
Smithfitter. Yeah. So the credit goes to Gandhali for today's session, and let's bring in the fun of mangoes amidst all of the weird phases that we are into COVID. So, all right, with we are going to begin with Ketki's yoga session. Ketki is all pumped up today to take us through an interesting, small capsule of yoga. So, over to you, Ketki.
Thank you so much, and hello and welcome, young boys and girls.
I
Let's
like that.
Yes.
Chalo, let's begin. So first, we'll begin with our three omkars, like we usually do, just so that we ground ourselves back into the class and remind ourselves that okay, we've left the day behind, and now here we're fully present in the class. So wherever you're sitting comfortably, let's come into a sitting position. Bring your hands into yoga mudra. Place it on your thighs. Gently close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and straighten your back. We're now going to begin with three omkars. I will chant one omkar and you can follow me after that. If you're ready, you can now open your eyes. So let's begin with a very quick warm up because we already have a very, very less time. So let's start by relaxing our shoulders and our neck. So to do that, first, your left ear comes to your left shoulder, and then your right ear will respectively come to your right shoulder. So very gently bring the left shoulder, the left ear to your left shoulder without lifting the other shoulder. Hold it here, bring it back up. And now your right ear to your right shoulder. Hold it here and back up. Now bend forward as you touch your chin to your chest. Hold it here. Back up again. And now move your neck backwards. And back again. We're now going to make half circles. So for this, turn your neck towards left, and from left, as you move forward, move to your right.
Let's continue with the neck movements. All right. Now let us raise your shoulders up till your ears and shrug them back. Once again, raise them up and shrug them back.
Thank you for taking over, Anansa.
And over to you, Ketki.
Okay, so whoever is ready with their clothes, mats, or even if they aren't, let's come into standing position and let's take shoulder length distance between our legs. Shoulder length distance. As you inhale, bring your hands over your head. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly bend down from your waist, bringing your torso as close to your thighs as possible. If your hands are touching the ground, well and great. Otherwise, just hold your hands here and continue to breathe. Let's hold this for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, come back up and drop your hands. Now raising your hands sideways. Inhale, and as you exhale, start to twist towards your left. Twist your body entirely towards left, making sure there's an angle of 180 between your hands. We hold this here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very good. Again, keeping your hands raised sideways. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist towards your right. Making sure your heel is not getting lifted off the ground and the angle of 180 is maintained. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very much. Now let's increase the distance between our legs a little more. In fact, as much as you can. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're again going to bring down, trying to bring the torso as close to your thighs as possible. And stay here for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before you come up, we're going to fold our hands over our head and just swing first to your left, to your right. As you do this, make sure there's no pressure coming onto your knees. Swing very gently towards your left and then towards your right and give that spine the twist it deserves. And swing here. And last one. Come back up as you inhale and relax. Very good. So we're now going to come back to our beloved Surya Namaskar, but these Surya Namaskar, we're going to do them with some variations. So I'll quickly show you what are the variations we're going to include in it, and then we'll do this together. So firstly, Namaskar on your chest as you inhale, and then as you exhale, bend down in your waist, bring your hands to the ground. And what we're going to do here is knee tuck in and out. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now bring your right leg ahead and left leg at the back and raise your hands over your head and a very gentle backward push to your face. Very gentle. Bring your hands back down. Come into plank position. Quick shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your chest back to the floor. 6, Bhujangasana. 7, downward dog. As we know this, but we're going to try and walk our dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, left leg ahead, right leg at the back, raising your hands once again. 9, bringing both your legs together. Knees tuck in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you inhale, come back up. So guys, let me tell you, is somebody saying something? Not an issue, Sujit. That's okay. There are more sequences. You can do that maybe. So this one, let's try to do it as much as you can. We'll do only 3 of them because this is an amazing cardio for all of us. So let's do this. 1, hands on your chest. 2, bend down in your waist. Trying to touch your hands to the floor. Now knees tuck in and out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now keeping your right leg ahead and left leg at the back. Very good. Slowly bring your hands off the ground. If you cannot, that's absolutely okay. Hold it here for 2 seconds. Bring your hands back to the ground. Come into plank position. High plank. Quick shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, bring your entire body back to the ground. 6, Bhujangasana. Lift your torso and move into Bhujangasana. 7, downward dog. We're going to try and walk our downward dog as you bend your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now bringing your left leg ahead, right leg at the back. Namaskara on top of your head. Almost for 2 seconds. And down. Bringing both your feet close together. Knees tuck in and out again. And as you inhale, come back up. So this can be a little more intense than the normal Surya Namaskar. But I see you guys are doing it really well. Let's do it once more. Namaskara on your chest. As you inhale and as you exhale, bend down in your waist. Knees tuck in and out. 3 and 4. On the count of 3, right leg ahead, left leg at the back. Namaskara on the top of your head. Hands down. And plank position. Shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now your knees, chest, and head to the ground. 6, back into Bhujangasana. 7, moving to downward dog. We walk our dog here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, left leg ahead, right leg at the back. And hands over your head. Bring the hands down, both your legs together. Knees tuck in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you inhale, Come back up. We're going to do last one, and I'll just see how everybody's doing there. So let's continue. One, namaskar on your chest as you inhale. As you exhale, bend down in your waist, trying to touch the ground as much as possible. Knees tuck in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now right leg ahead, left leg at the back. Very nice. Make sure your leg is between your hands. Hands over your head. Let's move into plank position. Quick shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's great. Now your knees, chest, and head back to the ground on the count of 5. As you inhale, come back up into Bhujangasana. 7, downward dog. 2, 3, 4. Best. Now your left leg ahead, right leg at the back. Moving your hands into Namaskara once again. Hands down. 9, bringing both your legs together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you inhale, you can come back up. Very good. Super. So just one sequence we're going to do after this of standing position itself. Sujit, maybe you can try this one too. I hope it's not too intense. So what we're going to do is warrior pose 1, and we'll also transition right away into warrior pose 2. That's how to do it. First, I move my left sideways, so my right foot, bend my left degree angle, raise your hands over your head, and we're going to hold this for 40 seconds. 1 second before all of you start. And from here, once we're done with 40 seconds, we're immediately going to move into our warrior pose 2 without taking a break. As you move your right foot in the front direction. And we hold this for 30 seconds. And then after this, we're going to repeat it from the other side. So let's do this. Distance between your legs. Turn your left leg forward, your right leg as well forward. Bend your left knee, making an angle of 90 degrees. Raise your hands into a namaskara over your head. So this is as a high lunge. Hold this. I'm going to ask you to hold this for 40 seconds. If you experience any abnormal stretch, then you can release. However, try to hold this for 40 seconds. Amazing. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. So as we release, we're going to bring our hands into an angle of 180 degree and move the right foot in the forward direction where my head is facing. And hold this here. This is warrior pose 2. Now turn your head where your left hand is pointed. Let's hold this for another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let us repeat the same thing from the other side. Now we're keeping our right leg ahead, left leg at the back. Feet turned in the same direction, make an angle of 90 degrees. Namaskara on the top of your head. And let's hold this as you inhale and exhale. Make sure you're continuously breathing through the pose. Very good. Things at the moment. So let's bring our legs into a straddle position. That is, stretch your legs as much as you can. Place them wide apart. just as much as you can. Very good. And now open your arms and just try to take a judgment of where your hand might reach. Play around your leg and your hand a little bit. Now what we're going to do is with our left hand, we hold our left leg wherever our hand reaches, be it the toes, be it the ankle, be it near the calf, wherever it is. Try to hold your leg, bring your right hand over your right ear and just relax as you hold this. Our goal here is not to touch your toe, but it is to give the waist that twist. It is to make the thighs feel the stretch. So bringing your right hand over your over your right ear, hold this here. And as you inhale, relax. Very good, guys. This is looking good. Now the other side. Right hand to your right leg. And your left hand over your left ear as you bend your torso towards your right leg. Hold this here. Let's breathe through it. Continue to breathe through it. Make sure you're doing all of this very gently without pushing your body too much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last one. Let's come in to cross our legs. As in the sitting position itself, we're going to cross our legs. मांडी घालून बसायचं आहे आपल्याला basically आता. This is called a Sharanagat Mudra. When you raise your hands over your head into a Namaskara, inhale, and as you exhale, begin to bend forward, trying to touch your head to the ground. You can reach on the ground wherever you can. Again, here the goal is not to reach the ground, but to create a tension in your core. So make sure your core is engaged. And in the Sharanagat Mudra, stretch your body all the way upwards. Place it here for another 5 seconds. As you stretch your body upwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, come back up. Very good, guys. And hands down. Let's remain seated and bring our hands into Yoga Mudra, placing it on our thighs. Let's keep our eyes closed. Yes, place your hands on your thighs, eyes closed. Straighten your back, relax your shoulders. Continue to inhale and exhale. Before we move into our session about mangoes, we're very consciously going to bring back our breathing rate back to normal. So bring your attention to nothing but your breath at this point. Take a deep breath in and a very deep breath out. Notice how your breath feels when you're inhaling. At the same time, notice how your breath feels when you're exhaling. Is there a difference in the temperature? Is there a difference in the quantity? Without attaching any judgments to your body, just continue to experience this breath as you inhale and exhale. As you're fully present with your breath, very gently draw your attention to your head. And as you do so, move your attention throughout the body, exploring how every body part of yours feels at the moment. Again, very lovingly, notice the difference of sensations in the different parts of your body. At this point, if there's any part of your body which feels heavy or which feels rigid, or where you feel there is an extra tension, just gently be present with that body part and continue to inhale and exhale. Our bodies know exactly how to heal itself. All we have to do is quietly be present with this part of your body. Try to resist the need to move at this point and be present with nothing but your breath. Whenever you're ready, bring your attention back to the room and slowly open your eyes. Very quickly, we'll do our three omkars and head over to the mango session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ketki. It was, I think, very refreshing. And yeah, so while we move forward, certain meditative states that we reach after such an interesting yoga session, I would suggest that visit the app and visit the meditation section in the libraries. So, along with the isometrics and yoga, we have added the medito meditation pieces over there. So, I would urge all of you to visit that section and check out various things. They have, the app also has on COVID, the app has on stress, anxiety, and various other aspects. So, please make a use of all of these things. Super. Moving ahead, I would like to hand over the session to two of our young and dynamic experts in the field of nutrition. We have with us Ekta. So I'm just going to quickly add on the spotlights to Ekta and Suvarna. Here you go. Yep. I'm just trying to find where Suvarna is, and here you go.
Y-
So over to you, Ekta.
Yes, thank you, Anand. Thank you, Katie, for the wonderful session. It was very, very relaxing. I'm just going to share my screen now. Mm, um,
You can go ahead and share.
yeah, one sec. Yeah. Can you all see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
So, yeah. So the topic for today is mangoes, the how and what. Okay. It's April and we are all really excited for the season of mangoes. And let's just get into it. So, as it's rightly called as, the king of fruits and the king has arrived. So then it's everybody undoubtedly the favorite season and everybody is looking forward to it. So we'll just get into the topic, and here are some um, basic juicy facts and figures for mangoes. The scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica, and surprisingly and very proudly, India is home to about 1,000 varieties of mangoes, but about out of which 20 varieties are grown for commercial purposes. And for this reason, also, India is also known as the land of mangoes. And each state has its own special variety of this delicious mango. And I'm sure we all love different varieties that are grown in our state as well as the ones that we get in the other states. Something like some from the north, some from the south. Okay, and then comes a small bit of a nutritional information on mango. Uh, the key point here to note and to highlight is that mango, apart from just being known to be, really rich in sugar and being uh, a kind of a sweet fruit, it is immensely rich in carotenoids, which is commonly known as beta carotene or vitamin A, vitamin C, and few other important minerals which have a lot of nutritional and health benefits. Moving on to the important part is the health benefits. So this mango is packed with antioxidants, naturally occurring antioxidants like beta carotene, selenium, vitamin C. It is, in fact, a very good and a natural source of fiber. And in fact, when somebody, has constipation or some kind of digestion issues, eating mangoes kind of helps to relieve that. It is a great source and of fiber. It also has some anti-cancer properties, which is because of the polyphenol and the carotenoids that the mango has. And these substances that are present in the mango, they help in reducing the oxidative stress in the body. It is also known to improve the skin and the hair health. And this is due to the vitamin C and the vitamin A content that is present in the mango, which help to improve skin and improve the skin regeneration and the texture. For the same reason, mango is also good for the eyes because mango contains a substance called lutein and zeaxanthin. These are the two key ingredients which help in improving the eyesight, the eye vision, the function, and reduce degenerative and age-related changes. And of course, not to forget that mango is a very versatile fruit and it has the maximum varieties and each of its variety having its own unique flavors. Um, but then, as we all know, there are health benefits of mangoes. It also comes along with some myths and myths about its consumption and certain notions about mangoes. So then, we are here to discuss some myths and facts about mangoes. Uh, Moving on. So myth number one is mangoes are high in sugar and are not safe for diabetics. I want to ask how many of you feel that mangoes are very high in sugar and diabetics or people with high blood sugar cannot really consume mango.
No, we don't think
You
so.
can consume as long as you don't overeat. One
Right,
mango
great.
should be good enough.
Yes. So as you correctly said, mangoes have a moderate glycemic index and they should be consumed in moderation. So the key thing here is to know that the timing and the combination is important to avoid any spike in the sugar level. So basically, the quantity and the moderation is the key here. So that, and the myth number two is eating mangoes can lead to weight gain. How many of you think that eating mangoes will make you fat?
Can I just share something, Ekta? Just
Yeah,
in a minute.
sure.
Yeah, so I do feel that eating mangoes will make me gain weight. And what the normal conversation that we have at home is ki आता आंबे खायचे So now,
Hmm.
you should fast a little before the mango season, because you're going to put on some weight, and then later also you'll have to exercise a lot. So yes, that
Ye-
goes on in my head before every mango season, and I have that in my mind. So if you could clear that myth.
Yes. So then, the fact for that particular myth is that mango is a fruit. As a fruit, will not make you gain weight or make you fat, but it is about the way it is consumed that can, make you fat. For example, people relish a lot of dishes are made out of mangoes, so like lassis or milkshakes or some kind of desserts, or ice creams and other delicacies which are which contain other things like sugar or uh, very fattening things like milk or cream, which can lead to weight gain, and not, if it is consumed as a fruit, will not really make you fat. So it is about the way it is consumed and not as about the fruit itself. uh, yes, then myth number 3 is that mango is heat producing and can lead to acne. A lot of people have this myth, and in fact, I would like to say that I myself used to feel that mango is can lead to acne. But then also the fact here is that mangoes themselves do not fall into they're not very cool fruits, so to say. But consuming them in moderation do not really cause acne. In fact, it does contain some skin promoting nutrients like vitamin A and like vitamin C, which are beneficial. So the better way to consume it, if you're worried about the heat and causing it acne, is that if you soak it in water for about 10 to 15 minutes before it is consumed, it will not cause breakouts or acne as it is commonly believed. And the last myth here is that the color of the mango determines how ripe or raw the fruit is. So the fact that goes with it is that not all mangoes are deep yellow or orange in color, and some are green and slightly reddish. And the correct way to know if the mango is ripe or not is by touching and feeling the softness or the hardness, and by smelling it, which will really help us to know how ripe the mango is.
But in this COVID period, should we smell the mangoes? We should
Why
Uh,
avoid
not?
taking it near the nose.
you so after it's washed completely, kept aside for some time, and then before cutting it out, you can just take in like a smell and see if it is
But not while buying it, right?
not while buying it. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, the ripening, the outside color of mango, ripe
Yeah.
mango, is largely depends on the variety of mango.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
some
True.
varieties of mango, they change color when they ripe. Some varieties of mango, they remain green even if they are things. So actually,
Right.
it is
Yeah.
more variety dependent, and as long
Yeah.
as you know the variety, you know how to select the mango.
Sure.
And actually, the ripe mango, if properly ripe mango smell, you don't have to take a mango near your nose. You can very well make out if it is a naturally ripened mango. The smell is all over the place, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. It has a very fresh and a strong aroma
yeah,
without it being taken near the nose to smell.
yeah,
Even the skin actually tells you whether the mango is
Yes.
ripe or
correct.
Yes.
not.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
Shashank said, the pyre mango, it will never turn yellow. It remains
Yep.
green most of the time. At times, some of them will turn slightly pinkish, but it will never turn yellow.
Correct.
True,
True.
like the sherry is always green. In fact, the
Green.
sherry, if it is yellow, you
Yeah.
will
Yes.
not buy it. So also is langda is again
Yeah.
green.
Langda also. Yes.
Langda is also green. And yeah, smell is the big indicator. If you are not getting smell, then you have something more to worry about.
True.
Have a COVID test.
Yeah, correct.
So mango season, you can have one test automatically. You know.
Correct.
True.
Anything else, Ekta? Yeah.
Yes. So
Yes.
yeah, eating mangoes the right way. So coming to this important part here is that mangoes should never be consumed with the meals or be made as a part of the meal. You know, we in India usually have an habit of having mangoes or amras with our lunch or dinner, or for some kind of occasions or functions or celebrations. So that kind of leads to overeating and increase in the blood sugar levels, because the meal itself has some carbs, and eating a lot of mango or amras will lead to, increase in further increase. The ideal way is to that the mango should be consumed in between as a snack, just as we would do it for some other fruit. Mango has a special status of being had with the meal, but as far as we can, we should try and have it as a snack, just as we would do it for any other fruit. And consuming it in the form of desserts or ice creams, cakes, milkshakes is a wrong way to relish it, which ultimately leads to weight gain. And we should try and keep it as simple as we can, and eating mangoes in the form of slice, the old school and the most traditional way of eating it. And juicing is also a wrong way to consume it, and simply because it removes the fiber and increases the glycemic index, which can again lead to a rise in blood sugar levels. So yes, here the quantity is important, and to treat it like any other fruit, just to consume one in a day and not overdoing it like three or four, which can make you fat, just like any other food. If we consume in excess, can cause. So quantity is the key here, and so just being mindful about eating mangoes is really important, and it will help us relish it more and gives it even a better flavor and satiety. So we should try and begin with enjoying the sight of this beautiful fruit, a deep yellow orange colored fruit, smelling it, taking the aroma of it, and then taking it in your hands and then eating it with the hands is a better way than eating it with a fork or spoon, and gives a better satiety when eat it with your hand, and then chewing it very softly and savoring it is the way of mindfully eating it to enjoy this fruit. Moving on to we've listed a few mango recipes. So this one is something called as a sunshine smoothie, which has a mango and a banana to go with it. And there are these other ingredients like cinnamon powder, chia seeds, and walnuts, kind of balance the glycemic index and the raise in the blood sugar levels. They act as a functional food, so you can add cinnamon, you can add chia seeds to it, and few walnuts. We blend it together and have it just like a smoothie kind of a thing. You can also add cut pieces of mango and nuts over it. So the important thing to note here is that the best time to consume this is around noon or before noon, because that is the time when the metabolic rate of the body is kind of at its peak, and it can digest and maintain your blood sugar levels. It will not cause a peak in rise in the blood sugar levels, and the insulin will take care of the carbohydrates or the glucose which is released in when you consume this particular smoothie. The second one is minty mango salad. It looks extremely appetizing, and it is a mixture of mango with a few vegetables like cucumber, bell peppers, black olives, fresh mint leaves, and some seasoning for the taste. And this is to be consumed as fresh and cold as possible. And this can be consumed any time of the day, because it is balanced with a lot of fiber coming from the vegetables. So it is a safe option to consume, even for diabetics, even for people who want to lose weight, as it is loaded with fiber and other nutrients. And the last one that we have here is a mango banana nice cream. This so these recipes have been made by Suvarna, and they've been tried by her, and this is the one that she's tried, and this is an actual photo of how it looks like, which has mango, banana, dates, for some sweetness, cinnamon powder again, and coconut milk. So it is basically the way that you make it is you freeze the fruit chunks overnight, and in the morning you take them out, blend it together with coconut milk, and then again put it in an airtight container and freeze it for a couple of hours. Take it out again, churn it until it becomes very smooth and creamy, and then freeze it until it sets. So this is like a homemade ice cream with natural sugars and with cinnamon, which will not again increase your blood sugar levels if you're consuming it around noon or before noon, as the metabolic rate is high and the body will take care of this portion which goes in around that time. And yeah, I think that's about it. And we are open for questions if we want to discuss anything or ask, have you guys have any questions or queries regarding mangoes and anything to do with it.
Can we get the recipes on WhatsApp?
Yeah. So we will be sharing the recording of this session, and it will be there in that.
So look, very tempting recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing is, I thought you will say that don't eat more than 3 to 4 mangoes. आपने तो सीधा एक पे लाख दिया है.
3 to 4 will be, then you will have to probably skip your lunch or dinner if you want to eat.
That's for sure during mango season. We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you have photos of all three recipes on the SMITFit group. I have sent it across to everyone.
Okay.
Great.
Great. So you are saying Amras Puri is no, is it?
Amras.
Amras Puri, which is the one of the most popular, what you call, feast in these times. That is something to be avoided.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, ideally speaking, it should be, because it is the amount of rust that we have. I don't know if we can really control that. And plus, when you juice it, you really reduce a lot of fiber. So then, if you are really wanting to have that, the best way is to, if you can, really restrict yourself to a small vati, if you can, or the other way is to just have it as a fruit.
So actually, that's where when the amras is made, typically if you make of pyri, you'll have a lot of fiber, in it. If you make of hapus and then you blend it and all, means that. But otherwise, you are a lot of fiber the way we at least do it at home. Except the skin, you use it. But one question, and maybe Swati can also answer. We always add 1 or 1.5 spoon of ghee over amras. Is it okay, or what is the logic behind it? If at all, it's the correct way to eat it.
Even pepper.
Yeah, black pepper. There are two ways to look at it, because the carotene that you mentioned in the mangoes is a fat soluble vitamin. So actually, adding the traditional practice of adding ghee will always enhance the absorption of vitamin A, and also ghee having a cooling property. From the point that people are going to have it as a part of their meal, just to avoid the excessive heat at the colon level, as well as from the digestion point of view, ghee will give you more satiety also, and ease of digestion also.
Okay.
So Swati, most of these recipes had also banana in it together with mango.
Right.
Banana itself is a high glycemic index fruit, right? So why are we combining mango and banana together?
The ice cream texture, and secondly, the time of the day is also suggested, Gandhali. So it will never be like a dessert, like typically what an ice cream would be. It will be like your mid-morning snack. So जरा लवकर ice cream खायला सुरुवात करायची.
Also, you can have it like a pre-exercise or a pre-workout meal or a drink, so that when you exercise, you will have those many carbs before your exercise meal, and then you will exercise, and then that will be, taken care of. That is another way to do it. Yeah. Sorry, Swati, you were
Ice
saying
cream
something.
can, be a slush also. Instead of an ice cream, that somewhere in
Yeah.
between milkshake and frozen
Yeah.
ice cream,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a slush.
Yeah. With ice cubes, so that, yeah.
So,
I think Gandhali is finding it like you want to believe it, right?
You drink
You
it and
try
then
it
go
once.
quickly and burn it.
Yes.
So actually, I just want to add one point here. So the recipe for the smoothie that we have shared here, no? So that entire mango and half banana will give you say about 1.5 glass of smoothie. So if it
Yeah.
just want to have say about 3/4 glass, you might require half mango and almost 1/4 banana. So that is nothing for the day, right?
Right.
And plus it is, we are not, in case of milkshakes and everything, we also add milk plus ice cream, so the overall glycemic load becomes very high. So here we are completely excluding that, and the focus is only on fruits. So as it is, the load and the glycemic index will be taken care of with the help of chia seeds and other things, as Ekta mentioned.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Good enough. Yeah.
And one more thing, actually, I just one point I it just clicked me now. So in about mango pulp that we generally use later. So does anybody have any question related to that? Like, because once the season is off,
Yes.
and then still we feel like having more and more mangoes, and then we try and have it in different forms, like mango pulp or mango, what you say, the drink and everything. So how about you? I mean,
Yeah.
do you have any cravings for that after once the season is over?
Yes.
Mango
So typically,
smoothies.
when the season is ending, we make a pulp and refrigerate it. Okay, for using it, say after a month or 2 months. Many of the times, then instead of we using it as amras, we also make mango curry.
Oh.
Okay, typically Konkani style, we make curry out of the pulp. Okay, but yes, so is there any comment there? We do pulp and refrigerate it. So is there any comment there from you?
Yeah, so I just have one question. So do you add sugar while making that pulp?
No. Just
no.
pure pulp.
Perfect. So it's homemade pulp, because the
Yes.
pulp that we get outside, I guess, had more, they mix sugar with it while making it. Yeah, so that is not
Preservatives
recommended
also.
actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the
Preservatives
reason
also.
we do it ourselves and store it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
And
I have
moreover,
tried it. Sorry.
Go ahead, Swati.
Yeah, so there was one recipe, one method of preservation shared by a friend. I don't know still what exact changes happened, but what that was recommended, that when we are using these airtight containers to, store the mangoes, at least one mango should be just peeled. I mean, no squeezing that mango, nothing. So that whole mango should be peeled and inserted in that box before you put it in the freezer. So there is a box full of mango pulp, proper amras, no sugar, nothing added to it, and then that one mango that is just literally peeled and put inside it, like, so that acts as a preservative. And believe it or not, the mango pulp stays just as fresh for the rest of the year. Now I have to yet open the last dabba in my freezer. So generally we
Tell me
tend
when
to
you are
be,
opening, I'll come over.
yes, उद्या नाही, अजून थोड्या दिवसांनी या, 14 तारखेनंतर या.
So no fibers will be lost in that, right?
Absolutely nothing is lost. And the best part is, like, when you are eating mango pulp throughout the year, that the bonus is that ambechi koi in the middle of Diwali.
Right.
No,
Everybody
no, 1 minute, Swati, I didn't.
खराब होत नाही का स्वाती?
अजिबात नाही. I mean, I've been doing it for close to this is our 3rd year, and nothing changes. Nothing changes. So all my relatives who are traveling, they were visiting India, they look forward to coming to our place because of the whole amras paunchar.
So Kedar, she said एक आंबा कोई सकट, बाकी सगळा pulp.
Exactly.
That's what I
Regular
was wondering. Yeah, okay.
आंबा सोलायचा आणि तो पल्प आणि कोळी सकट नुसता त्या डब्यात ठेवायचा. So and then you'll be really tempted to buy a bigger fridge with a good freezer,
But
big
freeze मध्ये
capacity.
का freezer मध्ये?
Freezer. So
Freezer
when
मध्ये.
you want to use it, now the process is when you want to use it. Let's say you want to use it tomorrow. आज तो फ्रीझर मधनं काढून वर जाईल. सॉरी, माझा फ्रीझर खाली आहे त्यामुळे ते वर होतं. So it will go in the regular fridge, and then it goes. The temperature has to change very gradually. You can't thaw it instantly because it all depends on the weather and that atmospheric temperature that can lead to a shock to the fruit. So let it thaw very gradually, and then it's just good to come in. I can bet any amount. It just doesn't change the taste. But again, like Suvarna and Ekta pointed out, it's very important that the portions are decided. So this, it's a very tricky thing when a patient tells us that I had 1 vati of amras. Now the vati
Party
is
size.
not a measurement. You have to make sure that if you've seen that, it is the pulp. How much? 100 grams of amras or 100 grams of mango pulp is important. So, and if you try weighing it on household measurements, a mango is never, of course, the
100
seed is there, but it's never 100 grams. It is always a little more than that.
So when we make amras, we don't churn it at all.
Yeah.
मग तो पायरीचा असू दे का हापूसचा असू दे का any mango.
Correct.
We don't, because so then you retain the fiber, and that's how the family has gotten used to असा गुळगुळीत रस फार काही म्हणजे असं
मजा येत नाही त्याची.
हे यायला गुठळ्या यायलाच पाहिजेत.
तरच खायला मजा येते.
आणि 4 महिने भरपूर आंबे खाल्ल्यावर फ्रँकली आय मीन आय ऑल्सो यूज टू फ्रीज मँगोज फॉर द डॉटर अँड रिलेटिव्स हू कम फ्रॉम अब्रॉड इन डिसेंबर. पण आता मी ते काय करत नाही, कारण आता आय एम सीइंग दॅट एव्हरीबडी इज सो कॉन्शियस अबाउट गो सीजनल. 4 महिने आंब्यात आळ्या निघेपर्यंत आम्ही आंबे खातो आणि आम्हाला तोतापुरी पर्यंत आम्ही खातो. म्हणजे वी आर नॉट वी आर फाईन विथ हापूस अँड वी आर ऑल्सो फाईन विथ द दशहरी लंगडा अँड any kind of mango.
You enjoy all state mangoes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, you should. And totapuri, can be had like kairi. You can have it with the skin.
Yeah.
So again, you add more fiber to it.
Yeah, and then it goes very well with salads.
Yes.
Totapuri
And
goes very well with
salsas.
salads. Yeah.
And salsas.
Even mangoes.
Yes. So Ekta will not be very happy, but Ekta, today we had the first.
So I think
mango aam ras with pori. Okay, pori is a fulka which is just this much.
Yeah.
This much fulka I had with 1 vati. Our vati is decent size vati. So we started with it.
And you wanted to say वाडगा.
चमचा म्हणजे मोठ्या वाडग्या आणि छोट्या वाटीत घ्यायची बरं. So anyway, so we had that, and we restricted to see purvi, like when we were children, the mangoes used to be like असं आमच्याकडे आडीच असायची आणि there was no control की किती आंब्यांचा रस, because depending on the number of people तेवढा आमरस व्हायचा. But now we restricted because here in Pune it's more of the hapus and pairi. So we restrict like 2 hapus 2 pairi, and that's it. जितका आहे तेवढंच खायचा, that's it. So that way you do portion control.
Yeah, true. And also when you जेव्हा आपण ज्यूस काढतो तेव्हा ते क्वांटिटी म्हणजे आपण खाल्लं तर 1 खाणार आणि ज्यूस असलं तर probably 2. We might end up probably eating 2. So then that is another thing. But then I think with portion control and reducing the quantity is a good method. Yeah.
So घरात 4 माणसं असतील तर 3 आंबे.
So that we have here Mr. Kohli. I think how he's from Pune or Bombay or from North India. Mr. Kohli. Kohli sir. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining.
I think he's on mute.
You are on mute. Could you just unmute? He's saying something.
You can press the mic icon.
Yes, yes, there it is.
Hello. Yes. Am I reaching you?
Yes.
Yes, 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 very
Can
much.
hear you.
Yes.
अरे मैं एक्चुअली बिजी था बहुत किसी चक्कर में फंसा हुआ था तो आई कुडंट अटेंड सॉरी फॉर दैट मजा
That's
आता
okay, no
है
problem.
अटेंड करने में आई लाइक टू जॉइन यू आफ्टरवर्ड्स
Right, right. That's a
Thank
good
you.
thing.
Thank you so
We
much.
were keen on knowing the kind of mangoes you eat. Are
He's
you
from
from
Mumbai.
मैं
Mumbai?
एक्चुअली
Okay, okay.
आई एम डायबिटिक बेसिकली थोड़ा मार्जिनल है मेरा तो मैंगोज विश्वरूप राय चौधरी को भी कई बार सुना है मैंने विश्वरूप राय चौधरी है ना यू माइट हैव हर्ड ऑफ
Yeah.
so he is preaching the other way around so I am in a fix what to do what not to do
Yeah, definitely. But we are happy that you enjoyed the session. Thank you so much. for
yeah
And,
I was
and
थोड़ा मैं busy था थोड़ा
That's
सुना
okay,
है
that's okay.
आपकी
No worries.
I'll be listening
no
Thanks.
problem. Thanks.
म्हणली तसं ती सर्व प्रकारचे आंबे खाती पण आय एम अब्सोल्युटली कॉन्ट्रास्ट मी मँगो रेसिस्ट आहे कम्प्लिटली मी फक्त अल्फॉन्सो खाते तो पण देवगडचा म्हणजे त्यातल्या त्यात पण माझं स्पेसिफिकेशन
But you know what? Eat it like a fruit. Just eat it like a fruit. We don't say na ki मी फक्त संत्री आपूर्तीच
Right.
खाते. When you get आणि मोसंबी बिसंबी, you don't even know where it is coming from. So just eat it like a fruit because with every state, the aroma, flavor, color, appearance, the amount of pulp that you get from the mango, it just goes on changing, and it's like a rainbow by itself.
No, but see, over the last 15-18 years, Alfonso mango is rampant. See, Alfonso mango was never available much outside of Maharashtra or rather Mumbai, Pune, to be very, very, precise. So आम्ही तर म्हणजे आमच्याकडे तर केशरही तेवढ्याच आवडीने आम्ही खातो आणि म्हणजे सो व्हॉट एव्हर मँगो यू गेट आंब्याच्या दिवसात घरात आंबा पाहिजे तो कुठलाही असू दे आणि मेजरली लाईक इन आंध्र प्रदेश तो वी वुड हॅव लाईक रसाचा आंबा वेगळा चिरून खायचा वेगळा अँड ऑल अँड देन बिकॉज यू लिव्ड इन द नॉर्थ मग लंगडा दशहरी हॅज ऑल्सो बीन पार्ट ऑफ आवर अपब्रिंगिंग तर त्याच्यामुळे कुठलाही आंबा असला तरी तो आम्ही तेवढ्याच आवडीने खातो आणि शेवटपर्यंत खातो ऑगस्ट पर्यंत आंबे खातो
Shashank sir just
Swati,
mentioned about the
काय
mango
सांगते
curry.
you have to keep an eye on her.
Sorry?
ऑगस्ट पर्यंत खाते होती
खाते you have to keep an eye on her.
हो तोतापुरीचा ग्लायसेमिक आणि
balancing it.
नो बट तोतापुरीचा ग्लायसेमिक आणि हापूसचा
Totapuri salad along with a piece of
काही सांगू
chicken.
नको you are making excuses Priya.
I'm telling you, let's have a mango party.
येस पूर्वी ते आम्ही घरी ना आईस्क्रीम ते चाक हे फिरवून आईस्क्रीम बनवायचो सो ते आणून पॉट आणून म्हणजे आता ते मी मस्तानीमध्ये ते सुजाता मस्तानीच्या ओरिजिनल शॉप मध्ये गेलो होतो दे हॅव ऑटोमेटेड मशीन्स पण व्हेरी सिमिलर म्हणजे घरी आणून तुम्ही तो बाजूनी बर्फ घालून फिरवत बसायचं लहानपणी तर आम्ही खूपच करायचो बट दॅट टेस्ट इज अमेझिंग यु नो
अजून कमलानेर पार्कच्या समोर मिळतं ना भाड्याने ते
हो मिळतं का
स्पॉट या ऑपोजिट कमलानेर पार्क
स्वाती ते जरा डिटेल्स पाठव
येस
ते डिटेल्स या डिटेल्स पाठव आपण पॉट आईस्क्रीम पार्टी करू
So then we will do a real mango session. Real mango session.
Yes,
अरे पण त्याच्याकरता बर्फ आणि खडे मीठ आणि कोणीतरी हँडल मारत बसावं लागतं
ते करू ना
सगळे नंबर देते मी खडे मीठ कुठून आणायचं
आपापलं करून घ्या
Everyone is most welcome to my place every 30th April. We rent that pot from this thing from Kamlaneru Park and just use pure mango and only this thing milk. That's it. No sugar, nothing. And we make ice cream. Please, yeah, we patta pan pathavte. 30th April. Note the date. Every year for the last 8 years, it hasn't changed.
We'll be there.
Super.
Anything for the love of mangoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking forward for the 30th April as a date.
Yes.
Right. Chalo.
We make sure that everything.
Yeah. See you all in the next week.